How do everybody? How are you doing today? We got some sunlight, as you can see, and it's over 40 degrees. We gotta have to take advantage of that. So I got a couple of projects that are not huge projects, but they're projects that I haven't managed to get around to, and let me show you what one of them are. Well, obviously one of them needs to be finished cleaning that stuff up, but as you can see, this tarp isn't terrible until you get down on this end. Yeah, these cheap ones, there's a reason they don't cost a whole lot, but that's seen better days. Anyway, that's our woodshed. I think I've showed it before, but I think what I want to do, no, that's not a quick project. I think what I want to do is get rid of this tarp from about halfway over that way, wall it in on this side. We're going to do a barn door, like a slider barn door. There is not a ton of space up here. I think the bottom of, let's stretch, the bottom of this is, I'm going to say it's about 6 feet. Actually, it's less than 6 feet, because if I'm not paying attention, I will bang my head on it. But the rail system will actually be out here, and we can go up as high as possible, and I know we won't get any lower than that. But I'm probably going to have to move this out, which means we got to clean that up. I'm going to get a measurement from this 4x4 down to that 4x4. I'm almost positive that it's right around 8 feet. But I think we've got enough leftovers and scrap wood and some mist-tint paint. I'm pretty sure that all we're really going to have to buy is the rail and the rollers. And I may have some rail, but I bet you it's as old as I am. So finding the roller that'll go in that and work properly, or ever be able to find more parts for it, is going to be an adventure. So we'll see. It'd probably be cheaper just to buy all new everything instead of driving all over creation looking for it. But I'll get this tarp tore down. I'll get some of this other stuff here cleaned up, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, so I got the tarp pulled off, and then I see this. Yeah, that was when I was in a hurry on another time. And we used to have like chain link going all down here, because this whole big long thing was a dog run. Yeah, that didn't work out so good. And then I also had this hog panel. There, you can see it. Yeah, it's a hog panel. You know the difference? It would be this size all the way down if it was a cattle panel. Because they're closer together down there, they call it a hog panel. At least that's the way I've been told. This one is 40 inches tall, 42 inches, whatever. So maybe I'm wrong. You can let me know in the comments. Anyway, we got to get all this mess pulled off. And for whatever reason, when I built this originally, as you can see, the post is inset a little bit and the post is outset. That's because I had the chain link on the inside and ran it down to the outside of this post, because in my mind, for whatever reason in my mind, I had determined that it was more important to have the fence straight than all the posts in a line. I guess it's so that if you were way down there, you didn't see a waggly fence, because DIY stuff, you know, I mean, it's kind of like the old saying, the only thing uglier than a homemade trailer is a homemade trailer that looks like a homemade trailer. Yeah, I build my own stuff too, but I try to make it look like it was done professionally. Anyway, we'll get that post cleaned up and bring you back. Get the old handy fencing pliers out, see what we can do here. Yeah, buddy. This ain't terribly difficult. I don't know why I was in such a hurry before. Maybe it was raining on me. Uh-oh, I got a flat tire laying in wait. Good thing the only thing back here is probably ever going to be a wheelbarrow. And I got them never flat. I used to call them run flats, but that's not what they are. They're solid rubber tires for your wheelbarrow. Anyway, when we get to that point, I think instead of going 4 and 4 feet, I'm gonna go like 4.5, and that'll make it like a 3.5 foot opening. But my biggest wheelbarrow, the 2-wheeler one, it's only 32 inches wide, so I think we'll be plenty wide. But one good thing about having that post down there, kind of a weird thing, is the door is just going to bump up against it, so then wind won't try and blow between them. I think that'll help us, but we'll see how that goes when we get there. No planning ahead. We can't be doing that. Gotta go by the seat of your pants. It's the homesteader way. Okay, not everybody goes like that. I try and plan. I do. But I also make crap up and change my mind in the middle of everything, because if it ain't custom, it ain't complete. Bye-bye. Bye now. Bye-bye. See ya. Sheesh. Okay. Oh, I got a lonely one hanging out here all by itself, doing nothing but getting in the way. Bye-bye. Oh. I don't know if the camera caught it, but I just got a big old drop of rain water in my ear hole. And another one right behind my ear. That was rude. Okay, I guess now we'll measure out, get a post put in there, and then we'll go get some plywood, rather OSB, because it's like a third the price, and I'm a little bit of a cheapie. And I think it holds up just as good. Once we get this all done, and this is wet, so we'll have to let it dry out. That could be about 3 or 4 months. But we'll get a coat of paint put on it, maybe 2 or 3 actually, later. Later's a good time, because right now it'll take until tomorrow to dry, and I only got so much sunlight to deal with. So anyway, yeah, it's been a while since I've used this thing, but I got this Craig jig for doing pocket holes. This is like the cheaper one. They've got some really fancy ones that looks kind of like a chop saw, and it's kind of cool. But this one I think is, I don't remember how much I paid for it. It's a lot cheaper, but it's also, I think, a little bit more versatile because I can put it anywhere. We're going to drill a couple of pocket holes into this, screw it in up here, screw it in down there, and then we'll go get that OSB I was talking about. Like I say, it's been a minute before I use this, so I hope I set the adjustments right. You can set it for like how thick it is and how far in you want the screws, and then this has got a like a flat spot on the drill bit, so that goes through, and then this is your counter bore for the head of the screw to go in, so that it's all flush on the outside. Now I could just toenail it, or well, toe screw it, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, but I mean, if you got cool toys, why not use them? Even if you don't remember how. Anyway, so see if this picks up on the camera. Now I can run a screw in there, whoop, and it should come out right in the middle and go up into that 2x6 that's up on top, if I did it right. We'll put another one on the other side here. I may have it a little too far back, but we're making it up. It's all good. And they got really long screws to do it with. They make shorter ones, bigger ones, longer ones, all this kind of stuff, depending on what you're working on. I know there's a hole in this bag somewhere. Hey, there it is. Oh no. Oh, it even comes with the right bit. Be careful, you'll throw your Allen wrench away. I'm gonna need that at some point, I'm sure of it. That's how you set this depth here, which I probably should have moved for drilling that deeper, but again, we're making it up as we go. And I got too much in my hands. Okay. Oh, a little bit too long. Oh dear, oh my. Oh, it's like right there. Okay, fine. See if that's enough. Unimus. Okay. Four of the feet. Ooh, it's too much. Four of the feet. All right, there's a little bit of twist in this, but we'll take care of that in just a second here. Oh, look, it's untwisted. All right, now it's nice and smooth, not sticking out, blah, blah, blah. All right, now we'll have the twist on this end. Probably end up with a little bit on both ends. We'll meet in the middle. Now here's the fun part. That's a metal rim joist. I think what I'm gonna do is just go straight into the plywood and then down on both sides, and I should have used my fancy jig. Oh dear, oh my. Well, now we're gonna toe and nail it like normal people that don't have fancy tools. Except I've got these fancy screws that have the self-tapper that goes through the metal. Yeah, buddy. This is the creative part, y'all. This is the creative part. I created a problem. That's the creative part. Let's see if I can rectify this situation. All right. Everything's got a different bit. My goodness. Now we'll put this a little bit in. What I'm hoping is that this screw is long enough to go through the threads that I just created and self-tapper it. I think I got it started, but now it won't back out because I buried the head in there. Don't do as I do. Well, now that I know it's not going to move, this does have a bit of a drilly bit on the end of it, so let's try it from the other side. Let's see what happens. Oh, another thing, when you're doing this in like at an angle, you can start off with it spinning backwards and it'll sort of pilot drill it. Then switch it into forward. Ain't going anywhere. Don't tell anybody that didn't go as planned, okay? Just between you and me. Good thing I'm not getting paid for this. It's my stuff, I can make it janky if I want to, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. make sure there's no more screws. Wow. That bit goes with those. This bit goes with everything else we're going to use. And now we need to go 4 foot. I like the end of that tape. I like this tape because it's got measurements on the backside. But if stuff falls on it, it does that. I got a nice little crease right. Raindrops. Anyway, goodness. I'm getting wet, guys. I'm getting wet. Okay, we're going for 72 inches, 6 feeders. That doesn't bump. It'll give us a little bit of wiggle room, but it'll be well within that. 72 inches by 4 feet. I'll be right back. Go up in here. Oh my goodness. Why didn't you guys tell me that screw was sticking out down the bottom? That looks terrible. Okay, well, if you noticed before I did, good on you, but we got to fix that. Ay, caramba. That looks terrible. There we go. I feel much better about that. Okay. Much better about that. Okay. Yeah. You okay? Good buddy. You know, probably could have made that longer and then notched it, but oh well. I'm gonna have to put rain gutters up on this thing. Thank goodness. Found it right here. Every once in a while, this OSB has a hard spot in it. It's like cheap steel. I don't think it's the same thing. I hope there's, well, you know, technically, it's a carbon content. We won't get into the science of it because I don't have it in my head. Anyway, all right. Now I got to search out the rail that goes across there. I guess for now what we could do is I could build the door, and I'm going to go ahead and build the door long. And I don't think this is actually going to be in the way too much, and if it is, I will cut it off because it's heavy and it's stuck in the ground and it's been there for a very long time. Anyway, we'll get the door built, and maybe I better jump on the old interwebs and see just how much from the top down I'm going to need, because otherwise I'll end up rebuilding the door and that'll be irritating. Yep. Time to do a little planning. Sheesh. Well, we're half done, sort of. Yeah, I think I have a rail around here somewhere, but let's go looking for it. I did find that rail, and I even found a couple of the little trolley carrier roller thingamajingers too. But I cleaned them up, and we'll do that on the next video. God bless. See you in a bit.